Alright, a lot of people mention that you should never talk to cops. Well, I agree with that to a point. Alright, I think answering some questions with one cop is fine as long as you don't just start telling your life story to them. But when you got, 20 cops on the scene, which it always happens, they call the whole police force out to your incidents. It happens all the time. I see it on videos. I've seen it with even my own situation. They'll call backup upon backup. It could be just a simple traffic stop. And you could get multiple cops wanting to talk to you. At that point, I would say, I'm only answering questions to one person, whoever is representing your posse, your group. I'm only answering questions with them, and limited questions at that. All right? You choose an ambassador and just talk with one person only. Don't let them pull that Mutt and Jeff stuff or any other tactics. Recently, I was harassed by police, and uh, the one guy had like his partner babysit me while he went back to his car and like researched my information. And this babysitter who just kind of stood next to me and I don't know, just kind of made sure I wasn't doing anything illegal. He started making small talk, and that's when I said, I'm not answering any questions. All right, I'm only going to talk to the one guy I was talking to. I said your ambassador, and he replied, "Well, he's my supervisor." But either way, it's a lot easier to say I'm not going to answer any questions with a situation like that. All right, when you're put into a situation where you got to talk to more than one cop, I think that's bad. All right, like if you're being interrogated, just pick one guy that you're gonna answer questions to. Maybe the guy you like, but one guy you say I'm not answering questions to you, with you. I'm only gonna talk to this guy. All right, and just stick with one guy because it's overwhelming when you get rapid fire questions coming from two people. You don't want to deal with that. You want to shut one of them down, shut the others down, just stick with one. That way the situation slows down, they don't stress you out as much. Make it like that. I'm only answering questions with this particular cop at this time. And stick with that. All right. That can help de-stress the situation a little bit because they're both coming at you and threatening you and all that. And you gotta put them in their place a little bit. All right, instead of sitting there defending yourself against both of them. All right, and it's an intimidation factor. They put you on your heels, and that's to their advantage. It's to scare you into complying. All right, but with every interaction with groups, especially when a group forms, which easily happens with cops, groups form for even the simplest things, maybe a trespassing charge. A group of cops will, they'll call backup after backup. You wanna pick an ambassador. Yeah, ask for a supervisor, but cops don't have supervisors. They're their own supervisors. It, I see it all the time in videos. Just pick one cop and just stick with talking only to them and answering only their questions and telling the others I'm not answering your questions. It's simple as that. That way you make the funnel. You turn the questions into more of a funnel, and if there's any questions the others want to ask, then you see what the one that you're talking to, if he wants to repeat that question and just turn it into a bit of a funnel